Lord be with you all.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, "Beware of men, for they will hand you over to courts and scourge you in their synagogues, and you will be led before governors and kings for my sake as a witness before them and the pagans. When they hand you over, do not worry about how you are to speak or what you are to say. You will be given at that moment what you are to say, for it will not be you who speak, but the Spirit of your Father speaking through you. Brother will hand over brother to death, and father his child. Children will rise up against parents and have them put to death. You will be hated by all because of my name, but whoever endures to the end will be saved." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Jesus said to his disciples, "Beware of men." Good morning again, everyone.
Good morning, Father.
My question over the weekend was, what does Christmas mean to you personally? And I hope you have discovered your own meaning. We share the same meaning, but today in the UK and in Australia they call it the Boxing Day. We call it Boxing Day here also, right? We go out and we box with people, isn't it? They get the stuff, Christmas clearance sale, like Black Friday, isn't it? I went to the UK and one of my friends, James Kirby, said, "Today is Boxing Day." I preached there for a whole week during Christmas time, really throughout Christmas. And normally I would fly from Rome to London, and I stayed there with Father James Kirby, and I preached throughout the week. He allowed me to do that, and then 26 Boxing Day. I thought, people are gonna go on the street and box with each other. No, you have boxes. Open the box and save the boxes. Now, what does Christmas mean to me or to the early church? There's only one word. Christmas means danger. Danger. Do you know that? Why is it that the church celebrates St. Stephen, the proto-martyr, today? One of my kids in Sydney, she sent me the front page of the Catholic Herald in Sydney, the Archdiocese, and on that front page there is the picture of these Chaldean Christians. They have been persecuted, and the ISIS, the Islamic State, those people, militant Islamic, they come to villages. The Chaldeans have been there for 1,000 years. One of those first people there, and they said, "Convert, leave, or die. Convert, leave this country, or die." And these Chaldeans they immigrated to Australia, and they were so happy to be able to celebrate Christmas this season. It is danger to proclaim Christmas. Do you realize that during our Christmas, a midnight mass, there were Hindus and Muslims and atheists. They came and they observed us. They don't agree. And I'll tell you, there are two dangers. Beware of men. Those who are enemies, they tell us publicly, they tell, either you convert to Islam or you leave this country or we'll kill you. That is the reality. Christmas is dangerous for us, right? There is the other danger, the danger within our church. The atheists. Now, who are the atheists? Those are the Christians who denied the Lord Jesus and God. I tell you who they are. it is impossible for any one of us to lead an immoral life with God. God and immorality cannot mix together. So, I have mentioned about, Joseph during the Christmas Mass, 5:30 Saturday, Christmas vigil, Eve. And I mentioned about Joseph had the dream during in the night, right? And I mentioned about people daydreaming. We daydream when we watch TV. Practically speaking, you daydream when you watch TV and the internet and you go to see a movie. That is called daydreaming. It's not reality. Okay? We call it superficial or artificial emotions. You know that. You see things happen there, the actors, they act so well and we give them a lot of money and honors and all those things, but those are artificial emotions, not really reality. So we do daydream a lot. This country, our cultures promotes daydreaming. And you see, and I've been observing for the past 30 years, why do a lot of young men, even men, get into this addiction to porn? And then from there, they go to the other way, of immorality, get into the life, and suddenly, after years and years and years, they said, "Oh, I am, of that orientation," because they watch a lot of daydreaming, not going out there do something, and then suddenly now, it is my right. So in order to lead this way of life, I come out and I say to everybody, my family, and then so I cannot live this way, so I have to say, God does not exist. I'm an atheist. It moves. There is a progression of that. We daydream a lot. There is a cause for everything, and there are consequences for everything. And we have atheists who used to be Christian, but I cannot accept this morality. Those, beware of those. And this is why you see children will rise up against their parents and have them put to death. You have the fanatics or the extremists on the other side, we know them, who they are, and we have those in our family. Now, Stephen did something. The danger of proclaiming Jesus Christ, he's born. That is very dangerous to say, Christmas. And he said this to his own people, to the Israelites. Now, first of all, do you realize that you are privileged? So privileged. You have God as your king. You have the temple, you have religion and the law, everything. You are so privileged. But you keep denying or disobeying God. That's what Stephen said. He spoke the truth and he got into trouble for that. Lots of trouble. Speak the truth. You'll be in trouble. I have been speaking the truth here. And I am prepared to get slaughtered. Literally speaking. There will be division. Either you choose God or the other way. The other way is, okay, persecute God or deny God. But you see, it's not like people are atheists. No, they just don't want God to exist. They say, oh, God is dead. Jesus is dead. God is dead already. That means it's denial. If I disobey God's law, I will deny Him. That's simply it. That is it. Now, what Stephen did, there's another thing here. First, we're privileged, but we keep disobeying God. Second, we are indifferent, really indifferent, because we cannot make a distinction between God and the temple like the Israelites did. They worship the temple. They worship the liturgy. They worship this group and that ministry and that and the other ministries. Oh, my ministry. Get rid of God, no Eucharist, but only my ministry alone. I worship the ministry, but I'm not worshiping God. Stephen said, you're worshiping the temple. You're not worshiping God in the temple. You're so privileged you have the temple, but that is the place where God lives. But you get rid of God. Get rid of God in the temple. Idolatry. We're not worshiping liturgy. We use the liturgy as a mean to worship God, the Holy Eucharist. The second thing, Stephen challenged the people. It is dangerous to proclaim God has come. God is a human being. The third thing Stephen did was, of course, he did what Jesus did. He said exactly, or he prayed exactly as Jesus prayed. Jesus, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing. And he forgave them, pardoned them. Lord Jesus, forgive them. He spoke the truth. He lived the truth. And that's why he died. Death is the result for proclaiming Christmas, the Mass of Christ. How do they kill Stephen? Well, this is not a court of law tribunal. This is lynching, you know that. It is lynching because the Jews, the Israelites had no right to kill anybody. They have to ask permission from the Roman governor. They have to have the authority, the Roman authority. But they gathered together. What they did was, normally this is what how they execute a person. They throw him down in a pit. And then if that person broke his neck and died, that's okay. If he's still alive, injured, they will throw stone, big stone over them and kill him. You know what happened during that time? There was a young man by the name of Saul. He witnessed everything. And this whole thing could not get out of his mind. And the attitude, the words, the meekness of this little Christian, this deacon, and Saul could not get rid of it. It was, practically speaking, the blood of the martyr is the seed of faith. That blood got into Saul. I think, the people, those who put their clothes under Saul's feet, and Saul has blood, and Saul got that blood in his hand, and then got into his mind and his heart. He cannot deny it. And then later on, he became a martyr himself. It began with this Lamb of God, and we're going to shed the blood of the Lamb of God. The blood of this little lamb is our salvation, and we are celebrating Christmas right now. It's so dangerous, but because Jesus has died for us here, let us celebrate him, his death and his life. Amen.
Amen.